I will have the first question is that how was the relationship developed between all the people who have just met for the first time over this? Was there a certain process, or was it organic? People just got to know each other, or was there a common cooking? What kind of relationship developed and how it developed, and when you guys were leaving, what kind of feelings were expressed? How deep it got?
Well, let me.
That sounds like a simple question, Dinesh.
Yeah, so I hear it as two parts. So how did we bond as a group? And I should say that one of the lasting impacts, regardless of what a product team ends up producing or not, was the awakening of the heart of global citizens. Especially, we had a lot of college-age students that were involved. So what we did do all kinds of fun activities. Each in our teams, we did formal team building and icebreakers. We did a morning circle every morning that two people took turns leading. So it was a very interactive way to get to know each other, which included exercises, appreciations, concerns to bring up to the community. So it was a very conscious process. And I think probably the biggest impact for everybody, especially the young people who had never met anybody from outside their culture, some people never even been on an airplane before, was we lived together. We ate together. And except for our field work, we were together 24/7 for a month, and the organizers for almost 6 weeks.
Great.
And in terms of how deep the impact, that's a really great question, Dinesh. And, I only know that because I was also the communication coordinator. That was part of my job I was design facilitator for my team, and then communication coordinator and blog writer, etc. And from what people have shared on our private Facebook group and all the folks I got to know over the month, and my own team in particular, I would say that there was a definite feeling of love, of wanting to do more of this, not thinking of it as service per se, but as wanting to live a life as a global citizen. And I can tell you that the partings, people left, just like people came in according to when we could schedule their flights, they also left according to, over a 3-day period. And it was wrenching. Some of the people for whom this was a brand new experience, meeting international folks, just as including a lot of the young men, I should say, who didn't want to cry in public, had a very challenging time, which says to me that it really impacted people deeply.
Thank you. Anyone else have a question? Anything else you'd like to hear some clarification on about this?
Yeah, maybe. I think I should ask her this question. The equipment or apparatus she showed us, I think it's something that is very good. However, it's very new to me. With my experience in child health care, because we've been doing that for a very long time here.
Oh.
I want to know, was it the first time you tried using that apparatus? I mean, that equipment, that's temp pit. Was it the first time? That's the first question. And the second question is, if it's not the first time, when you have to get it to public so that they can start using the template, because it's really a good thing, because it's showing, I mean, for those people that are illiterate or those people that cannot read and write, statistical data or the calibration on most of the thermometers that we are having now, it will be an opportunity for them to actually get something that they can use to track the health of their newborns and things like that.
Mhm.
And it's a very good thing for us also to use in this part of the world where the level of education is still very, very low. A lot of people have not with opportunity to go to school, and a lot of women are dying, and children, especially newborns, are dying. So I would like to know, about the two questions that I just asked.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for your interest, and I would love to have a conversation one-on-one, Usman, about, I didn't realize that you've been involved with child health care for many years. Thank you for doing that amazing work, and I wish you had been with us this summer in Chennai. We're actually designing something right now. It's a prototype that has been given the thumbs up by through a design review process that MIT helped us orchestrate. The next step, it's actually at the Muslim University where we were housed when we weren't out doing field work. It's an engineering university in Chennai, BSA Rahman University. And we were fortunate to have two of their folks on our team. Surya Rajan is a junior faculty mechanical engineer. And then Tilagarajan is a senior in polymer technology. So the university has completely embraced this. Our goal is to get a working prototype that will be tested at Tribal Health Initiative and then the two hospitals where Dr. Rohini Rao on our team works. And then also work with a business that's a free consulting that will come from a business that helps startups in the medical arena in India. Stay tuned. I think it'll probably be 6 months before we, actually have something that has been tested. And we plan to partner with or turn this over to an organization that will mass market it eventually, and to keep the price competitive with the current digital thermometers, which in India you can buy for about a $1 US. So our long-term hope, and it's unclear how far our team will, be taking this beyond actually designing and testing the product, about how it will get out to the market. But it is our hope that it is in every community where folks that are responsible for healthcare and the mothers themselves are either illiterate and can't read numbers. So that's our
wonderful idea and wonderful hope for that. I'm thinking what I'd like to do at this point is maybe one more question if anyone has one, and then after that let's switch to Kay, whatever seed question you might want to offer for all of us to reflect on, so we have some time for that. Anyone have a last question for Kay on this? Oh, also, I want to comment that Kay, you commented that you and Usman might be able to talk afterwards. I really want to encourage all of you to sort of think of this as a seed startup. If any one person or two people or small group wants to get together afterwards, I really want to encourage you to do that. One way we can really stay connected is through the OWL website. I think all of you have profiles. And let's say if you go on to Kay's profile and do a friend request, then anyone who are friends on the profiles can then exchange emails and arrange to get together. Mm-hmm. And so anyone else have an additional question for Kay? Lynn, yeah.
Okay, what do you hope others on the planet will gain or take from what happened in Chennai?
Well, besides the practical aspect of others like Usman and his community having access to ways to assess and baby's well-being, so that's a huge one. Second is the spirit of partnership love, and as I mentioned earlier, global citizenship that these 60 people experienced directly, many for the first time, that, as we all know, will have a ripple effect. So, and then for me personally, for Global Force for Healing, I should say, it really is to expand our work in terms of what we make available for our projects. So the 4 people that participated, especially our project in central Uganda, where 2 of the participants work. One of them is a male nurse midwife, Ugandan, the other is the director. The 6 concrete opportunities opened up for them for their Bwiga Sunrise project in Uganda as a result of being part of this, because now we all, both the participants and the organizers, are part of a global network that is convened by MIT called International Development Innovation Network. And many people go to various parts of the world on various themes as volunteers every year to do different projects. So I'm hoping that enough people felt that call to be of service, whether it's through this International Development Innovation Network through MIT or on their own projects.
I think, Len, is your question, as I understood it, is what's the lesson for the rest of us, the takeaway for the rest of us who are not directly involved with that? Do I have that right? Yeah, Len says I have that right. Any further thoughts on that, Kay, for anyone, like who's sitting here on this call?
Well, I think that's really
what's the takeaway for us? Yeah.
Well, I think that's up to each person. I mean, beyond, I'm not sure quite how I can answer. I shouldn't be answering that on behalf of everybody. What is your takeaway?
Oh, okay.
That's the question that I was going to ask.
That's our answer.
But what is your takeaway from this?
Libby, you wanted to say something, yeah.
I would just say my takeaway is just I'm so impressed with the beautiful spirit in which your whole team came together and worked. And just seeing the pictures really showed the film, even though I couldn't understand some of what the kids said because it was a little stuttery, I could tell that they were quality young adults, that they were happy, learning something brand new. And just to look at your team, your own small team that you worked with, you could see the excitement and the spirit in which you all were working, which to me is almost, if not even more important and powerful than even building the new thermometer, which is fantastic. But I think both are equally important. I really do. I am very touched by thinking how all those young people go back to where they live and they've had this amazing experience and they can't stop talking about it and telling other people how good it feels to give and to be part of something much bigger than themselves. It's fantastic.
Thank you, Libby. Thank you so much.
So what do you think, Kay? Did she get the message?
Yes, I would say loud and clear. You said it better than I could.